Wagwan Farm. It's FPL Gameweek 6, and I know I said I won't use my wildcard, but definitely I've finally used my wildcard. In Gameweek 5, I only scored 43 points. This is how my squad used to look like. Of course, in post, I felt like I made a mistake of switching David Raya and Henderson, but then it wasn't even a big mistake because also David Raya never performed. Yeah, so this was my squad in Game Week 5, and I've decided to use my wildcard in Game Week 6. This is how it looks like. So in post, I've still maintained David Raya. I've brought in Cash, Aston Villa, Spence, and Van de Ven were there in Game Week 5. I've not shuffled anything over there, so I've still maintained with Jed Spence and Mickey Van de Ven. Maguire was has been one of my best defenders, so definitely I couldn't shuffle him. So he has maintained. In the midfield, I've Reinders, Mohamed Salah, Saka, and Malen. Of course, like the big thing, the reason why I've done this wildcard is just to bring in Erling Haaland, because I felt like Erling Haaland has been good. He has had like a better season, although it's his worst season. Erling Haaland always in maybe 5 game weeks, Erling Haaland always scores like 10 goals, maybe 8 goals. So this time you may see he's performing very well, but it's his worst season. Yeah. Still in the midfield, talking about the midfield, I've maintained Tijani Reinders, because next week they're going to play against Burnley, and I feel like he's going to deliver against Burnley. Mohamed Salah has always been my captain since Game Week 1, but right now I've shuffled him with Erling Haaland, so Erling Haaland is my captain. Mohamed Salah is my vice captain. Yeah, so I have Mohamed Salah, I have Bukayo Saka. Of course, Starboy is Starboy, going to play against Newcastle. And by the way, can you predict how many points Mohamed Salah is going to score against Newcastle, Crystal Palace? Yeah, so tell me, how many points do you feel Mohamed Salah will bag against Crystal Palace? He's my vice captain. I don't know if I've done a good thing or a bad thing, placing Mohamed Salah as my vice captain and Erling Haaland as my captain. But because in Game Week 6, maybe the player who's going to shine most is Mohamed Salah. But I'm sure they're both stars. Yeah. So Mohamed Salah is my vice captain against Crystal Palace. I have Bukayo Saka against Newcastle, and I have Malen against Fulham. Yeah, of course, I have 2 Aston Villa players. Aston Villa have had like a worst, rough season so far, but then I've still decided to go with 2 of their players. So I don't know if, I was trying to fit into this budget. That's why I've brought in players like Malen. And I don't really trust in Malen, but then I just brought him in order to fit in this transfer fees. And then the beast himself, and of course you can see even in the comments, you can see even in the substitute have Lamens, Manchester United. Do you think Lamens is going to play his game, his first Man United game against Brentford this weekend? I'm not sure. Lewis Hall is going to play against Arsenal. Last week Lewis Hall gave out 7 points. Yeah. Last week, Lewis Hall gave out 7 points. Of course, I have to put him in the game. I don't know if I'll switch him with Jed Spence or Mickey Van de Ven, because Jed Spence plays on the flank, left winger, because Jed Spence plays on the left back, so maybe he can give out an assist and bag many points than Mickey Van de Ven. I'm not sure, but I think Lewis Hall last season was one of the best defenders. Yeah, he was giving me a lot of points, but this season, bro has been awful. So up front, I have Erling Haaland and Beto. Yeah, I think Beto is going to deliver. They're playing against West Ham, and if you ask me, this season, one of the clubs that have been awful, and I'd literally point West Ham, because I feel like West Ham this season has not been the hammers that a lot of people have have been playing against in the previous seasons. So I feel like Beto is going to be better against West Ham. And guys, I just wanted to tell me in the comment section, how many points do you think I'm going to bag using this wildcard option? I know a lot of people are going to bash, a lot of people are going to say, oh, but I only wanted Haaland. That's how I've used my wildcard. A lot of people are saying maybe I would have used free hit, but no, I wanted Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah in my squad, because if you see the FPL, those are the players that have been giving a lot of people more points every season. So I wanted those two players in my squad. Tijani Reinders is also good. Saka is also good. It's coming back against. I think it's going to start 90 minutes this time round against Newcastle. He played in the midweek against Port Vale. He didn't score, but still Saka is Saka. Saka with the Gyökeres up front. Saka might score and also provide an assist. Previously, I had Victor Gyökeres, but then Victor Gyökeres, I don't know. He has been good, but then delivering this week. Next week, no goal. So unpredictable. That's why I wanted a player like Erling Haaland, because Erling Haaland is a beast, man. It's a beast. Yeah, so tell me, how many points do you feel I'm going to bag in FPL Game Week 6? Don't forget to like and subscribe.